Hi there, Commanders, GuardianE here with another Azur Lane video. I know I'm late to the party, but hopefully better late than never. Yostar and Manjuu decided to grace us with not just the debut skin batch for this Lunar New Year celebration, but for the Spring Festive Fiasco we have Batch 2 to enjoy. That's 7 whole new skins, and that's primarily what we're going to be doing today, just soaking in the sights, spending some gems, appreciating some beauty, just having a good time. If you are interested in this type of content, including Azur Lane videos, and you would like to help support the channel, please consider leaving a like, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel for more. We really do appreciate it. And with that, let's see what the old money cat Akashi has in store for us. Alright, so we've got 4 lucky bags lined up here, broken up and split by what batch they are for this year, or from last year, because these are going to be reruns. So the bags are reruns from last year, and then the boxes are this year, so yeah, 2024. So we're interested in box B, is what we want here, because this is going to feature this batch of skins, right? Yep, Albion, Perseus, Anchorage, Peter Strasser, Renown, okay. And we've got a total of basically 39% chance to get one of the live 2Ds. Okay, Spring Lucky Box 2024 B contains a random character outfit and a large amount of supplies. So let's go ahead, let's roll the dice, see who we get. Okay, alright, we're gonna get Peter Strasser's skin, and a whole host of gems as well. It is a shame we didn't get a live 2D, but I do love me some Peter Strasser. It may be a new year, but don't forget to be punctual. Just as you've refurnished this study into a GuardianE style, I've changed clothes to match. This little book club is just for the two of us, and I mean to suit the mood. Alright, that's awesome. So, thankfully, of course, I do have an extra copy of Peter Strasser, so that I can slip her into this, and what better place to start with the skin overview than with Peter Strasser's skin? So here we have Peter Strasser rocking a decidedly younger look. Perhaps the slinky Dragon Emperor dress, combined with the cute puffs in her hair, has yielded a slightly less towering, less imposing presence. That being said, she is certainly no less full-figured, with the silky cloth hugging her sensuous contours and voluptuous curves. The halter top features a tantalizing cleavage window, bare shoulders, and long gloves, adding some sophistication to the look. That front flap of her skirt sinks down between her legs, the slits on either side of her dress sit nice and high to showcase an eye-catching amount of hips and thighs, and of course those thigh highs fit snugly to encase her shapely legs. Really do love how her inky, raven hair just cascades down past this ornate, stylish desk that she's sitting on. The monochrome design with the black and the white of her outfit is really fetching. It's in line with Peter Strasser's preferred palette. You know, if you think back to her OG design, the other skins that she has, she always does sort of stick to the black and white, and the blade that she has paired with the outfit follows the color scheme as well, the hilt engraved with this ornate dragon motif. Again, this does feel like a bit of a softer, more svelte, more minimalist look for Peter Strasser, but I still think that it demonstrates that gentle beauty that she's known for. Now also, if you weren't already aware, this is one where they did actually tweak and update the original preview art to properly capture that alluring body line. The original preview art was a lot more petite. While there's nothing wrong with being petite, it didn't really match Peter Strasser's already established body type, so I am glad that they did decide to make that update, make those changes. I've seen some people complain about this one, just because of the characterization of Peter Strasser in this particular skin. I do think she does look younger, but I do really think that her face and proportions do match the pure white skin that we got for her, so I'm not really too bothered by the slightly younger look that you really could chalk up to aesthetic, design, and framing. Renown here looks fantastic in this elegant cheapao. It does seem like she got a little bit of an upgrade. She does fill out that fitted dress quite spectacularly. Her golden hair is pulled into a formal updo, swept up in some adorning flowers and accessories. Those piercing cerulean eyes add this splash of vivid color across the otherwise earthy and pastel tones of the dress. It's this medley of soft off-white and viridian tones, as the fabric has all these elaborate stitchings and patterns of wetland foliage and plant life. There's a heron imprinted on the inside of her skirt lining. You've got this alluring cleavage window set below the clasp of her top. She's sitting in a pretty posh chair with an emerald satin upholstery. The surroundings just have this high-class, upper pedigree look and feel to the skin, with the forest green patterned walls and the wildflowers all just really complementing Renown's colors and theming and energy. She looks elegant, she looks sophisticated, lovely legs crossed with a healthy amount of thigh slipping out the side slit of the dress, just a really beautiful sight through and through. Now, Ikazuchi's feels a little out of place amongst all the fancy dresses, hers being a maid in a more traditional Japanese attire, but is appreciated nonetheless. It features a charming rustic aesthetic, snipping some beautiful flowers out in the courtyard, petals dancing around her, cheeks flush with a lovely pink. She is hard at work on her stocking-clad knees, offering us a freshly trimmed rose. The colors match the soft pink of her hair, with her locks swept up into this headdress. There's a cute bun on the side that does resemble the very flowers in the garden that she's tending to. There is this relatively soft and peaceful calmness to this skin that really just takes me back to simpler times and modest days. Hermione's here is actually a Valentine's Day skin, which is of course seasonably appropriate, but thematically a little out of left field considering the other offerings in this batch. But she certainly looks lovely, exuding this very gentle spirit. There's this very mature charm that she has, dressed up for a winter date with her hair tied up in a high ponytail with a black ribbon. There's a blazer hanging off of her shoulders, meticulously pressed. Her top is a stylish pearl white number with an eclectic side tie wrap coming off her shoulder. A dark umber maxi skirt runs the length of her leg and flares out at the bottom. It is relatively conservative, but still shows off her feminine, attractive bodyline. The entire ensemble is just very classy, very unassuming, has this sophisticated style that just gives her a very grown-up, womanly appeal while still maintaining her warm and delicate disposition. Next up is Perseus' Live 2D, the first Live 2D of this set, and we are definitely picking this one up, so let's go ahead and grab it now. There we go, Spring's Lackadaisical Leisure. Whew, Lunar New Year. Easy to grasp in various ways. Both the holiday and your tastes, I mean. Hee hee. Alright, so let's check out some of these animations. Log in. Okay, get a little film cut. A little wise. Oh, she's pulling off the mask. Did you give up on being the early bird? Me, I'm the spring worm that sleeps in. Well, at least she owns it, I guess. She's just pulls the mask back on and then nestles into the pillow. Main screen 1. Whew, Lunar New Year's a nice holiday. You can just lie down and someone will feed you. They won't? Perseus, if you want me to feed you, I will feed you. Just give me the signal. She just runs her finger down her chest a little bit. Main screen 2, looks like Theseus is into the hustle and bustle of the season, though I guess I'm the same when it comes down to it, yawn. So she does interact a little bit with the, oh, she just scratches the chin of the owl, Theseus, very, very cute. Main screen 3, a cannon to inaugurate the new year with, that's a neat idea. Crap, now I'm interested. Just give us a little furtive look, little hand gesture, rubs the tummy of Theseus there. Normal touch. Do you want to lie down with me? Knock yourself out. Like they say, Lunar New Year is a holiday for resting. Just runs her fingers up her backside like that. And then drifts off into a slumber. Alright, special touch. Oh! Bowsy or Rice Cakes, Commander, blood. Oh! The clasp gets undone. Hold on, let's look at that again. Oh, she's reaching out, steam buns, rice cakes, and then the clasp gets undone, and oh my god, wow, that is risque. That is really risque. She just covers herself up just at the last second, but there's definitely a peek down there. A little head pat action. Oh, now it's your responsibility to comb my hair. Just taps her head a little bit. She has a cute flush on her face, too, from the head pat. Mission reminder. What kind of lazy cat are you? Just lounging around all day instead of doing missions. Yeah, well, pot calling the kettle black. Mission complete. Those mission rewards will expire if you don't claim them. Maybe. She puts up her finger as a warning. Puts it up to her lips and gives us a little wink. Mail reminder. There's a Lunar New Year card with your name on it, Commander. She actually just grabs it from the stash that Theseus has under his wing. Okay. Commission complete. Commission's been completed. Oh well, nothing too important to our sleepy bird here. She rests her chin on her palm there for a bit. Return to port. Okay, get a little zoom down. Back at long last. You have more stamina than any person has any right to. And just running that finger up her side. Oh my goodness. Alright, so there are a number of interactions to go through. So first, you can tap Theseus down here. And it will initiate like a little randomized game with the red envelope. So you can either get coins, and then she just kind of yawns. So not very exciting for her. Let's see if we can get... Yep, so this is going to be the actual photo of Perseus here. And you can kind of twist and turn it a little bit. Kind of an interesting, just kind of like stock image of her. I would have expected something a little bit more intimate, but it is nice to see her here in, I guess, one of the concept arts for her. And then you can just tap in the back to get back there. And then the third one is the oil. Yeah, the oil that appears. And then she just kind of... she just kind of falls asleep. Now, you are able to tap her shoes to remove them, so you can actually toggle them off and on just by tapping her feet. So you can actually tap the top of her head to actually toggle the blindfold right here, and like so. Now, Perseus can also change poses as well. If you tap the clasp to her dress here, it actually gets undone. Theseus extends his wing to maintain Perseus's modesty as it cuts in there, as she has changed her pose. So she tucks in her knees, a little bit more of a cozy position. The opening is fully exposed in this pose, and she does have a little flush across her cheeks too. And then, of course, again, you can tap at the top of her head to put the blindfold on. And so while we're in this mode, you can actually tap Theseus to generate this little floating feather. And now that you're in the feather mode, you can actually tap where you want to tickle her with the feather. So if you tap her face, the feather will appear here and just kind of brush against her nose. And she has that cute little sneeze. Very, very adorable. You can actually tap her backside here, and then it'll brush just against her skin there. And then she just kind of shivers a little bit. And then, of course, you can tap her feet, and then you can actually tickle her feet with the feather too. And she just kind of kicks her feet a little bit in a very cute way. Tap Theseus again to get rid of the feather. So if you tap her leg, it kind of like just rocks her entirely on the bed a little bit. Also creates a little jiggle and wobble across her thigh and her backside. But yeah, pretty suggestive motion, I would say. And then if you want to get out of this mode, you can tap the phone to the side, and it will transition back. There, a little transition animation. As she reclasps and reputs the dress together again. This skin features Kinkora's signature velvety, soft, almost painterly style to their works. There's this warmth, this coziness to the skin with the earth tones, the gentle lantern lighting, the enclosed space. Perseus herself looks delectable, curled up in the bed, managing to be both seductive and sleepy all at the same time. The crinkles and creases in her pearl dress as it hugs her bodyline from neck to calves, snugly fitted around her sublime proportions. There's this beautiful and classic old-world appeal and refinement to the setting. Reference and research books and binders just line the shelves, a bonsai tree thriving out from its stone-laden home beside her. I absolutely adore the owl. I love the interactions between it and Perseus. Our feathered friend is very, very cute, and just an endearing addition overall to the skin. And the skin has this masterful execution of the tease, with so much of Perseus's enthralling figure wrapped in this dress. The opening at her side becomes that much more pronounced. I mean, just look at this area around her hips, thighs, and pelvis, just going crazy. Incredibly provocative strip of bare skin from her hip, thigh, backside, narrow waist, and navel. How she traces her finger along the exposed skin just to highlight how soft and supple it is with a spellbinding jiggle. The contrast with the rest of the outfit is exquisite, and of course the position change and special touch yield that extra spicy and mouthwatering view when the clasp is unhooked, confirming she's not wearing anything underneath. Such a fun interplay within the outfit, truly a unique and stirring design, and lovely details through and through. In my opinion, Perseus' skin is an absolute winner. And next up we've got Anchorage Live 2D, and I am definitely picking this one up too, so let's go ahead and grab it. There we go. Teacher, how are Anchorage's new clothes? Do you like them? Yeah, I do too. Alright, let's check out some of these animations. So log in. Anchorage was so lonely waiting for you. Oh, look at the fireworks. Hug me, teacher. The moon? Wow, we're gazing at the moon together. Oh wow, that view. That zoom, though. Panning up. Very cute expression. Love her wholesome eyes. There's just a slight glint. And then she points to the moon. Very, very sweet. Aww. Main screen 1. The wind feels good. She puts her arm up against the wind. Teacher, do you want to try? This is dangerous. Oh, okay. Anchorage will be careful. So she got a little too enthusiastic, but, you know, safety first, of course. Main screen 2. The boat is all rocking and swaying. Spending time with you is so fun. I love it. So the whole boat does really actually rock back and forth. And then she gives us a little wink. And then a bright smile. Main screen 4. Pictures. Pose. Like this? You think it's cute? I do too. She like runs her hand up her leg a little bit. Presses her finger against her face. Alright, normal touch. Touch. Anchorage wants to touch you too. Oh, she's just kind of like paddling with both hands in front of her. Very cute. Special touch. Do you like this, teacher? This pose? I don't get it. But if you like it, then Anchorage likes it too. So she does cup herself a little bit. And then pushes up against her bust with her arm as well. Looks like she is just trying some different poses to get a feel for the mood a little bit. And then she does have that slight glow across her face too, that head pat. Pat. It feels good. Anchorage likes it. She closes her eyes. She reaches up to the sky, to the moon as well. Mission reminder, mission incomplete. Anchorage wants to help. She wants to see some battles, making a gesture. Oh, she's got like a determined look on her face too. Scrunches up her expression a little bit. Mission complete. The mission is complete. Oh, she gives us a thumbs up. Teacher, can we play now? A boat ride and looking at the moon? Yay! Mail reminder. Mail, it's too hard for me. You understand mail, teacher? Wow. Oh, she does pull out the envelope. I like the little stars in her eyes too. She had a little light bulb go off as well. Commission complete. Anchorage didn't go on the commission trip. I want to go next time. Always wanted to be part of the party, Anchorage. Yep. She looks very forlorn to not be a part of the commission team. Return to port. Teacher, welcome back. Oh, she frames the moon in her fingers. A boat ride, just you and me. Okay, let's go see the moon. Oh, very cute. What an endearing expression. She points up at it. That's great. Okay, so in terms of interactions, there is a ton with this skin. So first, you can actually tap the back flap of the dress to have it kicked up in the wind, and it just stays up there until you tap it again to reset it. It's very nice. So you can actually tap the side of her panties here to actually pull them off and make them disappear. So bravo for that one. Alright, so here is where it gets elaborate and complicated. So if you tap the lantern on the boat, it pulls up this little option, all these equations flying with Anchorage looking very confused. And you can see, so there's a little bubble here with a bunch of symbols. There's also a like toggle button off here to the side that will swap the icons for numbers. So you have two different settings here. We're going to go into the numbers first. So if I tap the numbers, it'll actually give us a math equation. It'll give us a math problem. So 610 minus whatever equals 602, right? So that's 8. So we can actually click and drag to get it to 8, and then we can hit the check mark, and then that's correct. And now, so getting it right opens this menu, which is actually an expression and a pose selector. So the left number represents the pose, the right number represents the expression. So we can run through these, 1 and 0 if I hit the check mark. So she initiates this pose right here. So you can see actually on the fly, I can change her expression. You can see here, so she's crying. 4, it looks like she's a little angry. 5 is pretty scary, the shaded eyes. But yeah, you can actually scroll through the different expressions here, and if you tap the lantern again, it actually gets rid of the expression counter, so you can actually just enjoy whatever you've selected as the expression unhindered. And if you tap her head, it takes you back to this menu. So again, you can go through each of these poses one at a time. There she is with her fingertips pressed together, and again, you can go through all the different expressions. Those are static. But yeah, we can go through each one of these. So number 3 here, you can see she has her arms raised a little bit as almost like a paddle motion or a cat paw motion. So number 4 here, she's actually hugging herself just a little bit. And then number 5, she kind of traces her finger back behind her. You can actually pull the flap up a little bit. And if you tap on her backside, she does actually tug on the garter. Very, very nice. Again, you can tap her head to go back to the pose selector. So yeah, this is a pretty robust way to, you have to answer a basic math question, but that is a way to go through all of those. So from the symbols, if we take a look at the symbols here, there is a pattern to this, so you can actually draw a line from symbol to symbol here. I haven't figured out exactly what the right answer is. I think it's, so I've got box to candle, and then, is it a mountain to bamboo? Not entirely sure. So if you get it right, it does actually show the ability to switch between these things. So lantern or fireworks. So if you tap on the fireworks, it actually will change the background so it's fireworks enabled rather than just the lanterns. So if I double tap the sky, now we see the backdrop of the fireworks display behind her actually lights her up as the explosions go off too. Really, really nice. Really great setting to take a look at. Yeah, really impressive stuff. And then if you tap on the lantern again, it brings it back up. And then once again, you can run through this equation. So it was like, is that right? There we go. Okay, so if I wanted to go back to the lantern, I can just tap the lantern, double tap on the back, and then it zooms back out and all the lanterns are here. So there's a lot of different customization, elaborate menus, a little bit of arithmetic too, all built in to the different interactions with this skin. Really, really impressive stuff. Anchorage looks phenomenal in this elegant Dragon Emperor dress. It's a stylish black and gold design with bold diamond pattern cutouts along the side and the back. Her cheerful demeanor and genuine playful enthusiasm lights up the night sky with bright eyes and a radiant smile. She is on all fours, providing a rear view as the tiny flap of the skirt drapes over her shapely posterior. The rear cleavage window yields a provocative peek at her magnificent backside as the lacy and racy undergarments, which are removable by the way, and garters dig into the juicy curves on display. Plump thighs squeezed into the stockings as they encase the rest of her gorgeous legs. The top of the dress holds firm against Anchorage's voluptuous proportions. An enchanting stream of almond curls and braids gets swept up in the wind as the boat ebbs to and fro. The moon so clear and so stark in the night sky, it almost feels within grasp if Anchorage were just to reach out with her fingers. That breathtaking moonlight reflecting off the surface of the water, lanterns rocking softly against the current. It also creates this sort of ethereal glow across her hair as well as her cute facial features, making for a magical scene. There is an enjoyable amount of customization with the skin, with the poses, and it shines especially in the new fixed Live 2D setting within the game. I also do just want to highlight that data miners have shown that Anchorage is fully rendered underneath that skirt, similar to Cheshire's Fairy Tale Dress Live 2D. So kudos to Manjuu for going that extra mile. Anchorage looks spectacular, the setting is superb, the composition is grand, and the animations are unique and full of life. I'm definitely happy with this one. Alright, and last but certainly not least, we have a new Live 2D for Albion. We are going to be picking this one up as well. And there we are, Scent of Spring in the Red Pavilion. Hand brushing my hair behind my ear, eyes toward the camera. Filming promotional material isn't easy. Commander, will this do? Oh good, we do have another copy of Albion, that's great. Okay, let's soak in some of these animations, so log in. I must learn to be a proper model, at least until I'm worthy of this dress. Oh, that zoom, oh, the little Manjuu on her lap. Welcome back, Commander. Do you have orders for me today? Looking back over her shoulder, a little cute wave. Very sweet. Main screen 1. Feeling the nighttime breeze on the veranda, the comforting fragrance. Oh, the zoom in with the camera too. Getting some glamour shots. She is modeling for us in this new outfit. Little question mark. Very nice. You thought it looked good and took a picture. It's a little sudden, no? Oh, she's embarrassed. Wasn't even posing yet. Little frenetic expression on her face. Main screen 3. Is it easy to move in this dress? Oh, she's eating the candy apple. A little spit string. She extends her foot and taps little Manjuu on the head there. Shall I wear it to secretary duty tomorrow? Oh, she lifts it too. Very playful. You won't be able to focus? But why? Yeah, if you wear this dress as a secretary, focusing is out the window at that point. Normal touch. Tickles a little. Do you want a photo like this, Commander? So she's got like the teacup in her hand, little blush across her cheeks, and then she's kind of bucking a little bit there, little animation in motion. Special touch. Commander, perhaps we should show restraint for now. Oh, she's embarrassed. Like pressing her hands up against her chest a little bit. Head pat. Oh, she just kind of like closes her eyes and feels the breeze against her. Very nice. Mission reminder, let us work towards the completion of your missions. It is by following your example that we ship girls reach new heights. Mission complete. The rewards for your completed missions are here. Should I check on the address to confirm whether they've arrived at the right place? Gives us like a little victory sign too. And then sort of runs her finger across her cheek. Mail reminder, there seems to be some new mail. Pulls the envelope from like behind her ear. Would you like to take a look? Commission complete. Whispers of the wind tell me that the girls have returned from their commissions. Let me know when you're ready to meet them. Oh, she flashes us a little wink. Okay. Return to port. Thank you for your leadership in battle, Commander. Would you like tea? Our seniors in the Dragon Emperor taught me, so I hope you like it. Just sliding up the stocking, up her leg there. Very nice. And then tugging on the strap, too. Alright, so as expected, they came out swinging with the interactions with this Live 2D as well. So this is what we found so far. You can actually tap and drag on her top to pull it more to the side, expose a little bit more of her bust here. She does have a cute flush across her cheeks too, as she seems to be a little bit embarrassed by the extra exposure, but definitely a lovely, lovely sight. So you can actually tap and drag to pull off her stocking as well, or have it on at varying levels, just like in the animation from before. You can pull it off entirely if you want to. You can actually tap the cheeky little Manjuu off here to the left that's serving tea, and it will toss the tea on her leg and make her stockings wet in the process. You can actually tap and hold on her feet, and that will actually tickle them. You see a little question mark there as she has like a little upset expression, waggles her feet a little bit in the process. And then there is a little sparkle up here that you can see right here by the paneling. So if you tap on that sparkle, it will actually bring up a photo mode. So this is a fully featured photo mode. The lower left little directional pad actually allows you to move the camera view all about. The scroll in the middle actually lets you zoom in and out on her as well, which is quite nice because it does maintain that level of zoom and positioning when you finish. So that's great. If you tap the little landscape icon on the upper left, it'll bring up a selection of different photos to pick from and different poses to pick from. So if you find one that you like in particular, you can actually tap the Take Photo button in the lower right, and she'll change and transition to that pose, which is pretty nice. And you can continue to like zoom in and stuff as you'd like to, adjust freely. And again, if you want to go back to the different photos, you can tap that landscape button again to cycle through and find one that you're swapping as you'd like to, and finding the level of zoom that you'd like to. And also, again, you can move the camera after you've picked whatever pose that you'd like her to be in. And if you want to go back to the default pose, you can just tap the back button in the upper right corner of the lens and do it that way. And the entire process, you can actually tap the Take Photo button, and it has like the little flash from the photo session, which is just a nice little effect too. Very nice. Alright, so after you found the level of zoom that you desire and the pose and everything, at this point you can actually tap the battery button in the upper left, and that will get rid of the camera view, so you can just enjoy the full view of the zoom and the pose that you selected. And once again, the interactions are still available here. Despite having changed her pose, you can still tug on her top here, you can tug on her stockings and everything, so a lot of different customization that you can opt to have with Albion here, so it's really, really great stuff. Albion is just an absolute spectacle in her first live 2D. Her delicate, elven features, stunning figure are captured with precision and grace. She's wearing this sensational backless dress, the dramatic dip down to the cleft of her marvelous backside, resting on this lucky railing. The veranda overlooks the bustling streets below, swathed in shadows and lantern-lit warmth. The silky fabric clings to her smooth, snowy skin, the succulent swell of her bust overflowing the side of the body-hugging top. Beautiful and intricate floral patterns pepper the outfit, the pure white of the dress accented with these gold adornments to give it this lavish appeal, and her exceptional proportions are simply mesmerizing. The majestic curtain of glossy hair outstretched behind her has this soft tint of blues and purples as it billows in the wind. It mirrors the movement of the extravagant, translucent veil that just kind of flows off her shoulders and sparkles in the night. She's wearing matching stockings with a lovely, lacy elastic, garters that sink into the heavenly softness of her thighs. She kicks her feet in anticipation and excitement for what the rest of the night holds. This gentle cascade of sakura petals and the soft glow of the fluttering butterflies just adds so much atmosphere to the skin, with the cheeky Manjuu to the side and in front of her serving up some tea. All in all, such an angelic design, such a phenomenal skin, and such a deliciously delectable view. Alright, so I think that is going to do it for our coverage of Skin Batch 2 for the Spring Festive Fiasco for the Lunar New Year 2024. Before we say goodbye, I will just briefly remind you that Valentine's Day is approaching, so on the 14th, remember that whoever is in your leftmost slot for your secretary will be giving you a Valentine's chocolate on the 14th. So you want to make sure on the 13th, set your secretary to whoever you want. Remember that collaboration chips do not count. If you put a collaboration chip in there, you're just going to get a chocolate from Akashi, which is fine if that's what you want, but if you don't want that, then it's a bit of a bummer, so do pick accordingly, choose accordingly who your Valentine is going to be. And then we are also going to be putting out a news update and wrap-up video for the event too in the next couple of days, so certainly be on the lookout for that. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more Azur Lane content. We thank you all so much for watching, for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those waters.